What's going on, guys, and welcome to another episode of Smash JT. And here we have our first look at the newest handheld device coming to market called the Playdate. JT. Yes, the Playdate. This thing is going to be a 400 by 240 pixelated low-power LCD made by Sharp, described as an extremely sharp and clear with no grid lines or blurring. It's highly reflecting, and Playdate has said that makes it look great in the sunlight, something I may need to take their word for because it does not have a backlight on it. Hello, we made a brand new handheld game system. It's yellow, it fits in your pocket, it's got a beautiful black and white screen, it's not super cheap, but not super expensive, it includes brand new games from some amazing creators, plus it has a crank. Oh yeah, let's back that up a little bit. For over 20 years, Panic, the people who brought us Firewatch, along with Campo Santo, has made mostly Mac and iOS software. 20 years is a long time, and we wanted to try some things to make the most of what we have. That's why we started publishing games like Firewatch, and soon, Untitled Goose Game. So that is still in development, apparently. That was teased at a Nintendo Nindies Direct like a year ago. Untitled Goose Game, everyone, is still well on its way. But what if we could push ourselves even further? What if we could build something, a real something that you could hold? It was harder than we thought, but it's here, and it's called the Playdate. Now, I'm going to be honest, before I go any further, if today was April 1st, there is no way in hell I would think this thing was an actual device. But since officially it's been announced on May 22nd, 2019, I have every reason in the world to believe that this thing is real and it's coming from an official game company. This is a look at the insides of it without the cap on the cover. We love video games. We love the places they take us and the feelings they give us. We've grown up with them. It sounds silly, but they really mean a lot to us. Playdate is our celebration of the video game. We reached out to some of the top game designers like Kita Takahashi and Zach Gage and Bennett Foddy and Sean Inman. We showed them the Playdate and asked, want to make a game for it? Then we lost our minds when they said, yeah. So Playdate isn't just hardware. For those of you who may not know, Kita Takahashi is one of the developers for Katamari Damacy, which they have kind of a track record for making good games, so it's a little bit surprising that they would sign on to make exclusive games for this thing called the Playdate. That's impressive. I'll be honest, like, they have legitimate names behind this little piece of technology with just a crank and a couple of buttons on it. So what they have to say about this, it's 12 brand new video games, one each week. What are these games? Here's the thing. We'd like to keep them a secret until they appear on your Playdate. We want to surprise you. Well, with it being a crank on the side, I'm going to guess right off the bat that there's going to be a fishing game. And if there's not, I would be severely disappointed because that would be completely underutilizing what a crank could do on the side of a mobile video game. Some are short, some long, some are experimental, some traditional, all are fun. When your Playdate lights up with a brand new game delivery, we hope you can't wait to unwrap your gift. And there's so much more to come. Playdate is alive with possibilities and surprises, future games and new ways to make them. We'll have even more talk about at launch. Oh man, look at that in action. That is hysterical. You can go forward and backward in time with the crank and then use the buttons to move your character and experience the storyline. This is fascinating. I really, really wish it had a backlight. I mean, right off the bat, when I heard it doesn't have a backlight, I'm like, come on! Like, that's like original Game Boy days where you could hardly even see the screen. And then when they made the Game Boy Advance with the SP having the light on the back, it made a world of difference. This feels like it's kind of a step back in not having the backlight. I really am getting hung up on that. But maybe it's not that expensive. Let's see. We weren't kidding about the crank. It flips out from the side, a rotating analog controller that puts a whole new spin on games. Some games use the crank exclusively, like Crankin's time travel adventure above. Some don't use it at all. but it's very fun, extremely fun. By the way, the crank came from our friends at Teenage Engineering. They were our partners for Playdate's design. Isn't it nice? So that's our teaser. Playdate will cost USD $149. $149. $149? Are they insane? Oh my god. That's half the price of a Nintendo Switch. And if the Switch Mini comes out, and that comes out at like $200, this would only be $50 less than that. That is a lot of money for this thing. I'm not going to lie, I actually still am interested in it. And for people who don't have a care about money and money is no object to them, then yeah, this is going to be a day one purchase for anyone who's interested. But for the vast majority of people out there, $150 plus tax USD, all 12 games in Season 1 will be included. There's no extra charge, so that's good. Okay. It will ship in early 2020. Next, we want to alert you the moment the Playdate is ready. How about Smash and info at SmashJT? Yes. Also send me info about the development. Yes, notify me. Stock will be very limited. Sign up early. P.S. Want to know more? You can read all about us in Edge 333. Okay, let's check out Edge 33. Small wonder, created with care for people who love video games, Panic's dinky handheld is the console no one saw coming. And yes, put me among those people that definitely did not see this thing coming. Wow, there it is in action. Someone holding it. That's the size of it. It's a Game Boy-like, a D-pad, 2 junky buttons sitting below a screen, perfectly square. That's going to be awkward. Pleasantly weighty. There's a softness to the matte plastic shell, which we can comfortably grip while clacking the shiny buttons. It feels like it costs money. Little wonder, the industrial design, Sasser tells us, is the work of revered Swedish electronics manufacturer Teenage Engineering. The surprises keep coming. For all its retro trappings, this is a thoroughly modern bit of hardware. 2.7-inch black and white screen, resolution of 400 by 240, around 4 times the pixels of the Game Boy screen. Much like the E-Link screen you'd find on a Kindle. It's not backlit. The difference is that it's tremendously reflective. The visuals wonderfully sharp and clear in the California sunshine. Well, I'm in California, so that's good. The inbuilt speaker looks minuscule, but so powerful that we have to hurriedly hunt for the volume controls, lest any passersby be alerted by the existence of this bizarre little gizmo. I'd want people to see it and be like, check out this crazy thing. I spent $150 on this. The latter game that revealed the last surprise, we boot up Crankin's time travel adventure, but now none of the buttons seem to be working. Then we notice a strange metal rod on the right hand side of the console. Cabell Sasser gives it a tug. From the inside of the shell, a diminutive crank pops out. We turn it, and our hero begins to move in the way only Kita Takahashi character can move. Bouncily, ridiculously, with a lurid array of squeaky sound effects, and we start to laugh. And isn't that the point? This little yellow curveball, for all its absurdity, is purpose-built for happiness. I mean, I'll be honest, it looks like it's got a lot of potential. The price is going to be the major detriment to it, along with not having the backlight. But if they're saying it's ultra-reflective and easy to see and light, then it's not the biggest deal in the world. I'm curious to see how many of these they're making, because it says that it's limited edition when you go to buy it and when you sign up for more information. So that tells me that they're not making a giant production run of these, which might also explain why the price is so high. Interesting development. Interesting. Let me see, what else do they have here? Follow at Playdate for the latest news. Wow. Wow. Okay. So there you guys have the newest handheld hitting the market. just recently made public the Playdate at 149 USD dollars plus tax. Wow. Crank that, soldier boy. I'm going to leave the video right there. Let me know what you guys think about the crank machine known as the Playdate, and if it's something, regardless of the price, something that you might be interested about, or if it's something that's just another piece of junk to pile on the never-ending list of retro and modern portable consoles that seem to be coming out daily. That's all I got for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, you stay smashing.